I think cities can be real engines for digital transformation if they get the collaboration right. And one of the challenges with the UK is just how fragmented local government and local services are. That's why you see moves in London through our new Smart London plan, moves in the West Midlands and elsewhere to bring greater collaboration between city services together. Digital governance is absolutely fundamental for citywide collaboration. This means having a full knowledge of the kinds of services that you provide, what technology supports them, what information is gathered and data is gathered by those services, whether it's computable, how old your systems are, what kind of systems you procure. This data is fundamental, it's the fuel for innovation. So asking these fundamental questions about this data and also how secure it is, enables us then to express needs and problems in a way that it is more transparent to the wider community and is also expressed in a way that the tech community can understand, so it can bring in solutions from the outside. I think we're beginning to see some really interesting moves from organisations such as GDS, bringing together conversations with local government and citywide government on how we share information better and solve problems. We're dealing with the same citizens, but in different ways. And so having that conversation between GDS and citywide government is the start of something I think much bigger. Okay, so I'm the Chief Digital Officer for London, which is 32 boroughs and the Corporation of London. Some of our boroughs are as big as cities in their own right. Croydon, for example, is the same size as New Orleans, if you plonked it in the middle of the United States. These have their own cultures and ways of doing things. The really interesting move is how we form together a kind of coalition of the willing and the able, boroughs, NHS trusts and others, to transform public services. If we just went at the pace of the slowest, I don't think we would see major advances. But if we can get together, if we can knit together those authorities and public agencies that really want to use their data for full public benefit and are visionaries, then I think we get away from just having a trial project here and a demonstrator there, that we can actually scale things in 4 or 5 or 6 authorities at the same time. That we've got digital leadership which says let's have staff work not just out of one town hall but out of many to actually fix problems. So this means a more mobile 21st century public sector workforce which is data driven and totally focused on solving citizens' needs. I see some really interesting work being developed on common ways of doing things. When I look at places like Singapore, I see some really interesting smart city work in Chicago. But I can look down the road and see how housing services are being redesigned in Hackney and get just as excited. Work is happening here. We're already working on autonomous vehicles in Greenwich. So there's amazing work being done here. We need to make sure that it's scaled properly.